Hello beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane, and today I will be doing a beautiful Monday Pisces reading for you. I hope you're well. I hope your day has gone very well. I always wish that for all of you. I hope you made the best of it. You made power choices that's going to lead to your victorious life. I hope that you stepped in it with reverence and wonder. And that's what we're going to look at today, Moonstruck. Moonstruck and the Five of Wands. We're going to get to that, the Five of Wands, in a second. I want to take a deeper look at Moonstruck for now. And this Moonstruck card is so beautiful. Look at that, my beautiful Pisces. She's holding the beautiful energy of the moon in her hands, talking more about that beautiful divine feminine and that beautiful passive, not passive, but active and passivity type energy. And it's delight, connection, and beauty. And I think that that's what we're doing. We're, this week, connecting to our inner strength, because I feel a lot going on in this receiving mode. It doesn't feel passive or non-active to me at all. It feels like a lot is going on beneath the surface. So we're going to read what this has to say for this week, the work you're going to be doing. And just the fact that it's 1 and 4, which comes out to 5, means there's work involved, Pisces. Absolutely. When was the last time you felt utterly moonstruck and filled with a sense of wonder and delight? This card is inviting you to look up at the night sky and the world around you and consider the vastness of the universe and your part in it. Consider how everything is connected and how you are part of the whole. You are a cog in the universal wheel, a note in the music of the spheres, a thread in the cosmic web of wonder. How amazing is that? As we grow older, we often lose our sense of wonder. But there was a time when you gazed at a spider's web and thought of fairies, or wished on a star full of optimism that your wish would be granted. The Moonstruck is inviting you to experience that sense of wonder again, to look around the world with a child's gaze and see the magic and beauty that is all around you all the time. Make time to nurture your inner wonder, to do the things that make you feel exhilarated and carefree. Find something each day to wonder at. It could be a glorious sunset, the leaves changing color in autumn, the enchantment of winter snowfall, and take the time to find things that delight your heart and give you a new sense of wonder. So we're developing the sense of wonder this week, Pisces. Your sense of wonder, of all the beautiful things that are around you, all the things that you, even the stuff that you've gotten that maybe you haven't given enough attention to. Okay, even the material world, the things that we have, the things that we procure, a lot of people just go out, they buy, they enjoy it for a minute, and then they put it aside and completely forget just what great feelings they had for it. When you cultivate those feelings, you start appreciating everything that you have all of the time, okay? You start taking more time to appreciate. Isn't that much better than worrying, like we were talking about last week, the competition of how you measure up to anything? Just take the time to enjoy and really develop your sense of wonder about every single thing, including yourself. Okay, including yourself. Take the time for yourself. All right. Beautiful, beautiful Pisces. So I have picked a few decks this week to work with. I've never used them. I won't say never. I think I have used a Moonology deck, but I'm going to use it this week again. It's more of a rarity. I usually keep my moon decks for moon cycles, like new moon, full moon, but I've decided to use it I'm feeling the moon a lot. I'm feeling the moon energy a lot in this phase. And I think it has to do with the receptiveness of it. That thing that happens when we look into the moon. Look at this one, so pretty. Look how beautiful it is, and it's a Pisces. See? Of course it's pretty. Reflect on your priorities. And it's got last quarter moon in Aquarius, which is, I mean, you can pay attention to, but less. But that's our sister, right? This is our sister sign. This is the one that comes right before us. So reflect on what is important to you, Pisces. I think that's, the message is very crystal clear when it comes to that. Would you rather worry about things that are in the maybes, or would you rather just concentrate on the beauty around you? And I really feel that's the important part. And you know, for a lot of people going, well, yeah, that's like sitting back and just gazing around. And I think the work comes in trying to stop those thoughts that make you feel like, you know, like those everyday things, or the people that come around you and make you feel less. When you have to interact with other energies, as Pisces, we like to go in our little hidey holes, right? We do. We go and escape with our special people, or just by ourselves. We like being alone because we sometimes have a hard time understanding others. But Pisces, sometimes you have to cultivate a healthier, oh Lord, a healthier way of seeing things. Okay? As I was saying last week, some people are not doing things to you. They're doing things for you. They're making it very simple. If you're not well with their energies, then you should be cultivating better energies and cultivating better thoughts, right? So I think this week they're actually telling you that it's good to just take a look at what is around you, right? Be grateful. I think be grateful for what is offered as well, what you have in your life. And if people are helping you as well, you should be grateful for them, okay? I need to add this. I feel that sometimes people do things for others and we're not grateful enough for their help, okay? And we should be grateful. It's an action when somebody comes out and does things. I mean, Spirit is coming out and saying this. It's something that someone did out of their hearts, you know, like to help you. By looking at things around you, it's going to make you pay attention to that more. It's going to make you want to say thank you to the people who actually support you, who help you. Okay? Thank you is a powerful word, and it also opens the door for people to want to be nice to you as well. Okay? Yeah. I'm just going to leave that there. Because, yeah, that's something that's important. That's important to mention here. I'm going to be taking from the Spirit Within Tarot. I love that deck. It's so beautiful and pretty. I'm feeling like I need to do a deep dive on some of these decks. So, the Eight of Cups. Look at that moon in the background. Ooh. Page of Pentacles. And the Death card came out. Okay, we're going to widen the lens here so that you guys can see some more. I'm going to push this aside a little bit. The Seven of Cups. Yeah, I see a lot of pondering. I don't feel like they're rushing out of the room here or rushing out of the scenery. I feel that they're just taking a walk away from what just, you know, from that stuff that's kind of, it's like taking a break from this stuff. The stuff that's causing you to go round and round in your brain. The Page of Pentacles is asking you to adopt some different things, new things. Okay? He's the apprentice. He's the one who, he's a great student. And he believes in great news. It's usually good news and earthly matters is what I gave as this card's meaning. And also solid beginnings and setting goals. But the pages for me are always about new things coming in. Always. Always. And this is like breaking. In the passive way that this is coming in, it's going to make major waves. And that's the message that's on a ticker tape in my spiritual head going round and round, is that this is not passive at all. This receptive energy that's coming in feels like it's going to bring in major movement, either within the receptacle of what you're receiving. That's, you know, it's like a pot, a soup pot that all the ingredients are turning into something delicious, or even just when you come out of that and turn around and move forward. It's going to get you out of the confusion, and it's going to get you away from the stuff that's just not. And you're going to go into that receptivity, into the moon right here, which is strange because the Eight of Cups usually it's in the Rider-Waite, it's what is it? The words. You guys know what I'm saying, right? The moon, it's an eclipse, okay? But this one is like beautiful. It's like so bright. It's lighting the way. And I feel that receptive energy is saying, come here. Come here, we're going to help you. We're going to help you think of new ways of seeing things in a different way. It's going to light your way different than the sun, but it's going to bring in something that's really important to you. Okay? And isn't that gorgeous? I mean, look at these cards together. Look at that. It's like you're attracted to it. It's like I'm going to follow it. See? I love these. They're so synchronistic. You see, that is one of the things that I'm very grateful for when I do readings, Pisces. The way that it doesn't matter what cards I pick from, luckily enough, the beautiful collection that I own. Okay? That is mine right now. Doesn't matter which cards I pick. There's always some kind of beautiful connection between all of them. Okay? Okay, so you have the Five of Swords in reverse. The Six of Cups. And the Six of Pentacles. Oh, look at all these sixes coming in, my beautiful Pisces. So the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is absolutely, usually in the upright position, there's a winner and there's a loser. Depends on your perception of it. It's always that for me. It's like, is it really a lost battle? Depends on what side you're on, right? It's the perception. Are you filled with gratitude? Or are you filled with worried thoughts? Okay. And this is being flipped around, obviously, right? So now you're flipping things around to going, okay, I'm done with that. This has caused me a headache long enough. I don't want to be thinking about it. I want to be thinking if I'm less or better than anybody. I just want to be me. I want to be important in my own spirit and my own life. And I want to explore new things. I want to get away from that, and I want to explore a different way of being. And the Six of Cups is asking for joy, okay? Childlike joy. I know for a lot of people that's nostalgia, going back in time. But for me, it's like when you go back in time to a simpler time when you were just born, an infant, then a child running around. You have that childlike wonder and that childlike joy and that childlike curiosity that happens before things start happening and really just switching things in a different way, right? You have the Six of Pentacles here as well that's coming in, that's saying this is a give and take. It's going to take a moment, okay, to bring this transition in, which is the Death card and the Seven of Cups, because it's not confusion in a way, it's just being a certain way for so long. It's going to be, it's going to take a moment for you to go, okay, I need to stop thinking this way. I need to start thinking like somebody who's, you know, just kind of just sitting in their own energy instead of thinking about everybody else's energy. What did they think about me? Are they angry with me? Why did they say that? Am I less than, you know, this is all outside of you. You have to go deep within you. So every once in a while, your mind's going to want to send you back down the garden path, and you're going to have to say, no, 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 no. Hold on, come back here, come back. Don't go out there alone. You're going to hurt yourself, and you're going to go back into yourself, right? And then you're going to explore gratitude, joy, everything that you're grateful for, all the people you're grateful for as well, okay? Yeah, it's coming in really strong. You know, people who help you or people who do things for you, they're not required to. They're not required to. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you anything. And if anybody goes out of their way to be kind or help you, it's important. It's important to let them know. Look at that Three of Cups. I'm not going to leave it there. Even though it kind of sad. Okay? Right. So it's because I'm talking about this at the same time. It's don't dismiss connections or reconnections with people because of, you know, stuff. I don't know. This is for somebody in particular. Sorry to be nasty, but I mean, you know, I feel sometimes a lot of people have a hard time saying thank you. Like, I understand that life should be lived free, right? We should be able to live without having to pay to live. But unfortunately, that's not the world we live in right now. So if you aren't doing anything and somebody is helping you somehow, then be kind enough to understand that and know that they're putting themselves out to help you, right? Whoever that is. Absolutely. The Eight of Swords, right. It's so strange that this message is coming in, but I don't know. Anyway, you have Strength in the reverse, right. Yeah, I feel that this is kind of, again, the Eight of Swords is coming out, and then you have the Strength card in reverse. It's like an anti. This is you sabotaging yourself somewhere here. Yeah. The conflict is within you. Okay? Don't sabotage your road. Don't tie your own hands. Yeah, take a good look at that. And that's, again, is an internal look, okay? Don't drive yourself crazy about it, but make sure to know that your actions isn't inadvertently sabotaging your own journey in your, in you taking courage in your own life, okay? And doing your own thing. Increase your personal power. Focus on your inner strength. Okay, and find logic between, find a balance between logic and gratitude, actually, okay? Sometimes our instinctive drive, and I think this is instinctive drive. If I turn it this way, it's saying less about the instinctive drive. And you know what? The instinctive drive sometimes is based on things that we've always done. We've always done. So they really want you to look at things in a very different way, because it's going to offer up the things that you feel are blocking you that may be of your own causing. It's kind of strange, Pisces, because I almost feel like this deeper look is going to help you where you may be causing your own problems. It's very strange. But I guess it's not that strange with this Five of Wands that came in as well, okay? I feel like I'm berating you, Pisces, but in the end, you have the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles is telling you that this is a great place to start. This is a fantastic way to develop concrete growth and abundance. Yes, they are saying that it's time for you to be mean to yourself. It's like a parent telling you, stop thinking that way, stop doing that thing. That's absolutely what they're coming in with. Whatever that may be. Is your thought patterns actually more of a detriment to you than complimenting you? And you may not even know. You may think in your head, oh, I'm right. You know, maybe it's not that maybe you're not right. It's just maybe there's a different way of looking at it. Okay? I know for a lot of times I tell you to think about you. And I do want you to think about you. I don't want you to do anything that doesn't feel right to you. But also, I always say, don't go out and do anything that's going to hurt anybody else. That never is the point. That never is the point. Okay? Be grateful for the help that you get. Don't take advantage of it. Be kind. The world isn't perfect. I'm sure we would like it to be a certain way. But while it is the way it is, don't slap away the helpers, whoever they might be, and be grateful. It's the gratitude that comes in the most for me. Don't feel shy about saying thank you. Okay, get used to those words. Get used to those words. Trust me, people love to hear it. People do not say enough. Thank you means I'm grateful. I'm grateful that you're here to help. I'm grateful for the things that you do. And they're like magic. People who hear it feel beloved. They feel cared for. And they want to do more. Not all, but many do. Be what you want to see as well. If you want gratitude from people, you also have to give it back. It's a give and take. You see it with the Six of Pentacles here, Pisces, okay? So this is maybe a little confusing. I feel confused myself with the message. Not because it's not clear. It's just that there seems to be almost like a hand slap in here. Like there's something that you've missed. The give and take is the important message here. That your instinctive drive from childhood is maybe making you forget. When we battled, they're showing me, when you've battled for so long to find your position or your space in life, sometimes the energy comes back. You're combative instead of receptive. And I think that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling that you're constant, like, I fought so hard, I don't owe anything to anybody. It's that energy almost lets others feel like they should be in that same mode. And in essence, you're like taking them for granted. It's like, I don't owe anybody anything, I've been through a lot. And they get that energy of when they're giving you something or being, showing you love and compassion and help, all they get is, I don't owe anybody anything. And you should remember that people, like I said, it's very hard to react to that kind of energy. So they want you to tap into something different, something softer, Pisces. Sometimes it's hard to say thank you, especially when we've been through a lot. And that is the essence. So there's a pull and push here in this reading that I'm feeling from, it's not everybody, but from some people. And I think they're trying to bring you back on in the energy that's right. Reflect on the priorities. Do you want to be in an energy of love and giving? So you're moving back, moving into that feminine energy. You're letting go of those battles, and you're going to free yourself. And that's going to open up a brand new way, a brand new road. I hope that this resonated. This first one really resonated with you, Pisces, because it's an important one. It's one that you may have not even noticed. You're wearing a shield of protection that's repelling the energies that you so want to attract. Okay? Your shield is repelling the energies that you want to attract. How do you bring that back? By being grateful. By bringing it back. By walking into the moonlight. Okay? By appreciating the moonlight. By going to a simpler time before the shield was put on. Okay? Where you were, as we've been talking about, being more vulnerable and receptive. Okay? Alright, so this ends part 1. We're going to go into part 2 of this reading, beautiful Pisces. I'm going to keep these on the side. I know I went long with this one, but somehow there was a lot here. There was a lot here. So we're looking at the 5 of Wands. Let's go back in here. The 5 of Wands. And I like this 5 of Wands because this 5 of Wands looks very much like somebody who's found the solutions. You see the 5 people on this card, and they look kind of really like, we figured it out. We figured it out. Okay? I know the light's kind of, let me see if I can move the light a little bit so it doesn't shine. You see their faces? Look, it's like, yeah, we got this. Yeah, we got this. Look, she's got like a hand on her hip going, yeah, I figured it out. It's good. We're all good with this. I figured it out. That's great, Pisces. But again, I'm feeling like that. Did you really get it? You know, make sure you're not combating, because this is about clashing personalities, okay, conflicts, communication problems. So make sure that you're communicating the right information to the rest of you, okay? Well, Pisces, I was not expecting this. I was not expecting this today. Well. Right, realization. So, of course, they're fantastically being clear, okay? The thing is that the door is opening, just like in this beautiful 8, okay? And in this case, it's not the moon, but it does have a beautiful doorway of clarity that's coming in, okay, to get you out of this confusing type thing and this, you know, walking towards something. And I feel that it is realization. It is like, I'm going to realize something this week, that my actions have caused some blowback, okay? And sometimes you've caused that problem for yourself, sadly, okay? So it's self-awareness. With self-awareness comes realization. Knowledge is power, okay? Self-examination of your role within a situation is important. So it's exactly what I'm so desperately not wanting to convey to you. It's like when somebody tells me, Pisces, in a certain situation or something, is you did this to yourself. I hate those words. I hate it when somebody, and usually I hate it because there's some truth to it, okay? I'll just give you an example. Sometimes I'm in an argument with my husband and then I get mad at him and I say, you started this. And sometimes he'll turn around and he goes, actually, no, you did. And then I realized how I started. I said something wrong. I was cross with him. I said it in a wrong way, in a wrong tone. And I set off something that went into really big. And at the end, I feel like, oh, you did this to me. Only to have him with his earth sign mind turn around calmly and say, actually, no, you did it. And it's like, whoa. I hate it when people say that. And I usually end up apologizing. I don't apologize to him all the time. But when I've done this, I do. Okay? Now, it's not to say that you're not human and that you're not going to screw it up. You know? Some days you wake up and you don't feel great and you have a headache and they say something to you and you take it the wrong way and that's it. Okay? The gloves are off. But in this case, beautiful Pisces, in this case, you must realize the error of the way that you've taken. And as much as you hate it, sometimes it's just better to admit it to yourself, to really go internally in that feminine and say, what happened there? What happened? What caused me to do that? What caused me to, and how can I, stop it from recurring if I can? Okay? Sometimes it's a repeating pattern. Like I said, sometimes we wear that night shield and we bounce whatever energy off and smack people with it. And maybe they deserve it and sometimes they don't. Okay? So, light begins to shine on the shadows. I like it. Look at that. Light begins to shine on the shadow. And this is this card. But this card's coming in now. Okay? Illuminating what is. This is the beginning of a powerful process, realization. When we decide to really examine our lives without fear or favor, right? It can be hard. This is no doubt an act of courage, right? We had the Strength card in reverse, remember? We might not like what we discover after all, yet without self-awareness and the will to act upon those realizations, whether we perceive them as negative or positive, we don't get to change and grow, right? The realization that we have a pattern, a bad habit, or behavior that's causing us pain in a powerful position, even though we may feel worry and pain around this discovery, we can then take personal responsibility to change our situations since we know our current position. Knowing ourselves more completely enables us to accept ourselves more readily and to dare to love exactly who we really are. Right. The most important part is to still be grateful for everything around you. And that includes you, Pisces. Be grateful for who you are. Okay? So, we're going to take a look. The Moonstruck card now is also making me feel that the moon has struck you in a way to see you, the shadows. Okay? So, make sure that you are looking and seeing the signs. So, I apologize for going back so fast like that. If you were looking, going, whoa, Jane, I'm getting... yeah, I'm getting like, ooh, dizzy. All right. So let's pull some cards here, my beautiful Pisces. Oh, look at all this. You have the Five of Coins, the Apprentice of Coins. There's that page again, that Page of Pentacles. The Tower. The Crown of Wands, right. Okay, so let me see here. We did have that Page of Pentacles, didn't we? We did. I saw it. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so we've already had this Page of Pentacles. The Tower. The Tower moment here is that realization, that flash of lightning that helps you realize that how the path that you've been going has been hindering your progress. Okay? That's all. This is that, I'm going to say it right here. You're going to be sitting there and something like, well, damn. Okay? That's that kind of thing. That kind of like thunderous lightning flash of acknowledging or moment of clarity that comes in from seeing how you had a role to play in the parts that have been broken or torn apart. Okay? But in essence, this is going to help you grow. This moment of realization is going to help you grow and move forward. It's going to help you take that road that you need to, okay? So I guess this period of like going into the feminine, there will be some, I don't know, you're going to be stirring the pot. You're going to be stirring that internal pot of yours. I feel that it's more like an energy of just the Ten of Swords. Yeah, absolutely. You're going to be putting an end to this in this moment. Yeah, you're going to bring yourself a lot of peace here. Yeah. A lot of intuition. You have the beautiful Queen of Cups right here, bringing in that intuition, that knowledge that you need. You're putting an end to this. Okay? You're putting an end to that type of energy of this lightning strike of clarity is going to bring in the end to that type of behavior, that ingrained thing. You might be pulling off some of the shields and being better. And I love this too, because look at this too. It almost looks like there's that string, and you're the one in charge of like tightening it to split these two, okay? To make it into one concrete idea. You're juggling. You're juggling things, you're adapting things, you're trying to make it make sense. And at one point, you are going to do that. You're going to sever. You're going to sever so that something gets liberated, like in this one here. And you're going to realize that the pieces that come apart are meant to be apart. You don't want to be walking around with this shield of protectiveness that's also repelling anything good that's coming in. And not seeing others' energy when they are good, right? When you're always expecting like people to be not nice, then that's a thing that happens, right? Five of Vessels. Such hard cards this week. Look, Champion of Wands. Let's see. Yeah. I love these cards, by the way. Okay, so yeah, all this stuff about separating. Look at these cracked eggs, these whole eggs, these two with the string in the middle, showing that there needs to be something that needs to be adapted to and like almost snapped apart. This is all stuff that's broken, that needs to be fixed. At the end, you have the Seven of Swords, but look at what's happening to it. Okay? The chessboard of life, that craziness we call life. We have like 6 of these swords that are up and arms about this, but you have one that's flying away. And it's flying away with a butterfly. What does that mean to me? It means that you're getting yourself away from this. This 10 is saying, I'm out of here. I'm not dealing with this anymore. Yeah, I'm going to free myself from this. It's time. Okay? Even this bird carrying this wand, this Champion of Wands, this is saying that he's going, yeah, it's time to meet this challenge head on. It's time to see what's wrong in me, not just what's wrong outside, inside of me. So this is how I guess I'm feeling that this week is. Remember to be kind to yourself. Remember to find a gratitude in everything that you do have. Okay? But that includes the people and the situations that have been gratuitous to you. It's almost like they're telling me to remove that armor and be grateful for those entities as well. For whatever they may do for you. From the little things to the big things, it doesn't much matter. Remember, we share a planet, and we are all sharing, we all go back to the same source. So that means our spiritual energy just kind of goes back to the same place, to the same home. Okay? We all have a role here. But it's not, I think the biggest message here, it's not you against them. There's a lot of people that they don't have the you against me. Okay? They're just trying to do their own thing. They're trying to survive their own lives. Okay? I can't lie, Pisces. It's been an interesting first reading for the week. For a divine feminine energy, I thought for sure it was going to be, but they always surprise me with that. I shouldn't be surprised. They always surprise me with the way they come through with messages. I always think that it's going to be like, oh, it's, spa day and taking care of myself and doing my hair. And here they are saying, no, 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 you still have work to do, even if you're, being grateful and within yourself this week to look at the energies. You're actually looking on how you are interacting with other energies and what you could be doing better with energies. So I feel that the moon is going to bring a realization of that this week. It's very apparent in the way that this first message came in, which I call it the you and the work that you're doing on you. You may have been realizing this as well. And just remember, if there's any amount of good to be plucked away from any situation, to be grateful for it. It's going to make your heart more open to receiving, okay? Even if it's the smallest of things. Remember, we're all in this together. We're just trying to maneuver through life with our own energies, okay? All right, Pisces, that's it. I'm going to let you go with this. Thank you so much for being part of my channel. I appreciate you very, very, very much. I hope that this has brought you much, and I will leave you. I'm going to send you love, light, and blessings. Please make sure to subscribe if you love these videos, and make sure to hit that notification bell, write a comment, share it if you will. Everything helps this wonderful channel. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you tomorrow for another beautiful reading. Take care. Bye for now.